Hello guys, today we're going to be reviewing all of my fragrances. I'm going to be rating them from worst to best. Got a couple in my collection, nothing too crazy. So without further ado, let's start off with the worst one in my collection, which is Versace the Dreamer. This one is definitely an acquired taste. I've actually gotten negative comments when wearing this at school, specifically from women. Now, I've asked a couple of my friends, they said that it's alright, and I'm about for the same opinion. It's nothing too bad, but I just feel like it's too synthetic, it's too tobacco-y strong. But I did used to wear this to school. Definitely is not a school fragrance, I'd say. And the longevity isn't too bad. I believe it's about 3 or 4 hours, so it's nothing too bad. For about $30, it's not a bad fragrance, but there's so many other good fragrances you can get for that price range. Second to worst fragrance here is Dr. Squatch. Now, this is a pretty niche fragrance. A lot of people don't know about the Dr. Squatch colognes. This is Fireside Bourbon, and this smells really good. It smells very sweet, very smoky, like a campfire, like marshmallow. It smells really good. The problem with it is because it's 100% natural. There's no chemicals or synthetic stuff in here, that it lasts very little. I don't even think I can get an hour in this, maybe about an hour, but that's what sucks about it, and the price as well. I mean, you're buying this blindly for around $60. You're welcome for that voice crack, but yeah, it's not a bad fragrance. If you're all natural, go ahead and pick it up, but it's just not something I like to wear as much, and it's pretty expensive. Coming in third last place, we have Bulgari Wood Neroli, or Bulgari Man Wood Neroli. This is a fragrance I've had for a very long time now. I used to wear this in 5th grade, and I'm a freshman now, and yeah, I do like this fragrance. It smells all right. It smells manly, kind of has that little hint of cedar wood, and it smells pretty good. The problem with it is it doesn't have any longevity either. Maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours at most. Either that or I'm just nose blind to it. But yeah, I really don't like using this fragrance, especially going out. So it kind of just sits in my collection. I don't really use it because of its longevity and its mediocre smell. Now we're getting into my top 5, which all these fragrances I like. Coming in at 5, we have Nautica Voyage. This is one of the most popular men's fragrances, and for good reason. It definitely does smell very good. The problem is it's when you first get it, you really like it, but as you kind of grow into it, you realize how synthetic it really does smell. It smells pretty fake, pretty synthetic, but it does smell clean and fresh, and it does have pretty good projection. You'll get a good 4 hours, if not more, out of this. For only $20 for this big of a bottle, you really can't go wrong with Nautica Voyage. Just comparing it to my other fragrances, just like that one a bit less. Now we're getting into the big ones. At number 4, we have Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme EDT. As you can tell, I've used this quite a bit already, and I've only had it for about a month. And this fragrance is, I'm kind of mixed on it. The smell is very bold and kind of alcohol-like. It kind of smells like wine, if I'm being completely honest. And, you know, the atomizer isn't too great either. I don't feel like spraying it right now. But, it's a very underrated fragrance, I guess I would say. I mean, I don't see a lot of people reviewing it or talking about it. It's about $50, so I wouldn't say it's really worth that. The longevity is also not there, for me at least. I mean, it only lasts around 3 or 4 hours. So nothing too crazy here, but it definitely is not a bad smelling fragrance. I've gotten a compliment for it, and it definitely is not a bad one. I wear this as my daily fragrance at home and at school. I also wear it sometimes to church and stuff like that. Now at the top 3, And at number 3, we have Moschino Toy Boy. This is definitely a very disgust fragrance that's pretty underrated. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. Personally, I think I'm kind of in the middle. I really do like it, and I'll explain to you why. This thing lasts like 8 hours. I've gotten people picking this up at 4 p.m., which is around when my school ends, and I put this on at 8:30 in the morning. The longevity is absolutely insane on it, and for only $30, it's incredible. Now for the smell, you could definitely make the argument that it's not the best smell. It's floral, kind of musky kind of smell, but this is a perfect fragrance for the spring, and I can definitely see this being my everyday fragrance for school, for stuff like that. This lasts you all day, and for only about $30, you really can't go wrong with it. Now, a lot of people are gonna clown me for my number 1, especially after you see the number 2 spot. But number 1, we have Versace Dylan Blue. This definitely is my most expensive fragrance, and this is the 1.7 ounce, so about $50-$60 here. This is a very, very nice fragrance. I really do like this one. It's fresh, it's bold, and the longevity isn't the best. It's around 3-4 hours, but that's not too bad. It will last on you. This is my daily fragrance for sure. And I actually do have a second bottle of it. I really do like this one. It smells very clean, very fresh. One of the best of Versace's in my opinion. And it definitely is a bit overused, but I don't think it's as overused as something like Dior or Jean Paul, but it definitely is a good fragrance. And my number 1, people are definitely going to clown me for it, but here's my explanation. It is CR7. I believe this is the cedarwood one. Now, this is my number 1 simply because it's a clone. So, it is a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier La Malle, I believe, and for only $20, you really can't go wrong. It smells bold, it smells nice, it smells fresh, and it lasts as long as Dylan Blue, if not longer. It's a very, very fresh, distinct smell because it is that Jean Paul cologne, and I really do love it. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about my fragrance collection. What should I buy? What should I try to sell? And I'll catch you all in another video.